Hey everyone, welcome to Tragikast. This is our weekly podcast where we talk about mostly nerdy things. I'm your host, Seraph. I'm co-hosted by Kevin. Man, it's been, 2 weeks?
Yep.
Uh,
Took a
Disney,
week off last week.
yep. Disney was fun.
That's
Um,
good.
yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to an after-hours event, like where the park's pretty much closed, definitely do it. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I had when I was in high school, we went down to Orlando and we went to Universal, and it was late hours, and you could legit just get off of roller coasters and get right back on them.
That's pretty much exactly, what we did. Haunted Mansion, Deep Space,
Nice.
or
Yeah.
Space Mountain.
The exact opposite of going to Carowinds during their Halloween event, though.
That's good to know. Go to
Because you get
Carowinds and everyone's there.
you get to ride like 3 things before the park closes. It's like
God.
yeah, strongly suggest if you do go to Scarewinds to buy the fast pass.
Well, we were down there. The Fast Pass wasn't even working.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like they didn't have a. They're doing a new Fast Pass system. I think actually released today. But yeah, so that means there was no lightning or whatever. It was just wait in line for like 45 minutes. And then the other parks, dog, I don't have that type of patience.
No, I don't know. I've only been to Disney that one time when I was in high school. The other times I've been, we went to Universal. Simply because the people I go with are more Harry Potter oriented than
Yeah,
Disney,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Universal's a better choice. But last time I was down there, the Star Wars park hadn't opened yet, so
Yeah, we hit that up as you could tell through some of the shots in Discord.
yeah, I think I was down there. It's about 2.5 years ago in April, and it opened in like June, so I missed it by like 2 months.
Yeah, that's not even fair. Well, I haven't done a lot of gaming. I know we missed some stuff. I think the only really big release that I know of that we missed was Back for Blood.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the releases that came out last week, though I do know that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And this week, upon quick look, it does not seem like much of a winner. I did see this Inscription game though. Dumb Dog was playing it today. I didn't watch any of it, but I saw Brittany watching it, or so that looked weird. And then it's all these Nuclear Blaze, Into the Pit, Corpse Party. I'm surprised we don't see more like these Halloween games, by the way.
it's true.
And then
Maybe
this
next
is
week.
it. I know, right? Yeah. Grotto, Townscraper, Echo Generations, and I haven't heard of any of these games, so.
I have not either.
Oh man, and it's weird is we're getting like closer to November. Like
Yeah,
you'd think that maybe we have to wait until the first week of November before games really start hitting.
yeah. And especially if I don't think right now is when you want to be especially releasing an indie game.
True.
And yeah, your big AAA games are probably still a month away.
Yeah, should be interesting.
Though I don't even have any idea what comes out this year.
Yeah,
Normally I hear of stuff, but I have nothing this year.
I know I'm not really excited about anything this year, which is weird, but we'll see. Maybe new releases will come out and I'll see one and be like, oh man. I do have a quick question. Back for Blood, and I know we were talking about this a little beforehand. Uh, I was never a Left 4 Dead fan, but I do feel like if we could actually get 4 people to play it, that might be fun for us to do, like on a day. Question
Yeah,
as always, can we actually get the people?
yeah, and I don't how much to. It's also a price thing because we've recently gotten Ryan to buy a lot of games. It might be hard to
That's
convince
true.
him to buy another one.
Come on, man. It's okay. Your daughter can go out, without food for a little bit. It's fine. This does not tell me anything with price. You'd think it would, but no. I'm pretty sure it is a new release though, so.
Yeah, $60.
Yeah, $6. Yep. Yeah, that one might be a tough press. Maybe we'll wait until it goes on sale.
Get it on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a stinker. I know I missed a lot of stuff with like I think it was the day after for Storybook Brawl they came out with a patch, and then this. Well, no, yeah, you're good. And then this one just hit. And it's funny is we actually got in the tournament Discord a hey, I'm sorry we're releasing this right before the tournament.
Yeah, I did see that. I don't get those messages, but I did see something in the tournament part of the Discord where they're like, "Hey, like big changing patch coming Monday." It's like
our bad. Yeah.
I am gonna say though, the last time we talked about patches on it, I raged pretty hard.
Yeah.
This one I actually like this patch a lot.
Yeah, I feel like this meta is gonna be fun. So yeah, let's dive into it and we talk a little bit more. So the obviously new hero, the Headless Horseman. You start with 3 kidnaps. You get an exact copy of the first enemy character that dies this brawl. This character, I got him twice in the only 2 games I played today, and it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. He has that tempo. He has that early game tempo where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill something. All right, I'm just gonna kidnap.
Yeah, I did think that this would be a good hero for really early game tempo and then to switch off of.
Yep.
So yeah, I was also thinking about it. I'm not sure you want to play your kidnap on turn 1.
No, because you can't guarantee.
Yeah, kill. Yeah.
No, so that was my thought process as well. I normally will play it on turn 3, like turn
Yeah,
2,
because I was thinking I was thinking turn 2.
Turn 2.
Because turn 2 you get 3 gold, so you're buying a hero and playing a spell anyway.
Yep, unless you can. That's true. And then turn 3, you're buying 2 minions, and then you can.
Yeah, then you can play it then. Yeah.
That's what I did. Yep, and it was strong. It should be good.
Yeah. I haven't played him. I hadn't seen him. No one in my lobby had it. I only played 1 game. I got a win and
then shut off.
So, yeah, kind of what I'm doing right now is I figured up you need to advance 33 points per day to make it to 4,000 by the end of the month.
Okay.
So I'm keeping up with that. So right now I'm at like 47 or 3,700, which is like 30 points ahead of where I need to be tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
so I'm actually ahead. Yeah.
I'm on like 35.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been getting my points because if you get top 4 in the first game, you've basically got your 33 points.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I won today and got like 90 points. And I was like, well, there's 3 days. It's like
good to go. Time to start playing.
So yeah, that's kind of... And I also found that the more I play, the kind of more I seem to move backwards.
Yes.
I tend to do well in the first couple games.
Yep.
So that's kind of just how I'm doing it. I'm climbing to get to 4,000, and then if I hit it, then I can just play whatever.
And then you can just play your games. Yep.
Yeah, though, from what they were saying last month, there may not be a tournament for this month, so I may be climbing for nothing.
Yeah, I think the fall tournament is the next tournament, and to qualify for that, you have to do well in this.
Yeah.
So, either way, who knows? They probably won't. Invites, in my guess, is that even if you climb to Mythic this season, even if they don't have one for the next tournament will count for this month as well. They normally don't like to do like, hey, you didn't do this for nothing, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I understand that. I figured they'd probably give out like some dust or something.
Yeah, either way, I think it'll still be a qualify for the next tournament after whatever fall tournament season, but I guess we'll find out.
Yep.
And this card, Ogre Princess. Add a Slay, add a Ronin character to your hand. 3 mana, 3/1. I did, when I first saw this, I was totally underwhelmed. It's like 3 mana, 3/1 is barely gonna slay. Like, this is like 4/3 on my questing princess was hard enough.
Yeah.
However, I did see it in one of my games today, and I already had a MIM support, so I picked it up, and 6/1 was a lot easier to get slays with.
Yeah.
And she did good value. Like, you know, she gave me like random stuff, and then I found the tech. I got a Grim Soul. And I was like, I get it.
Yep, it's another Grimsoul character, and
Yeah.
which is not bad because I think Grimsoul needed another reason to be played. Because the only things you use Grimsoul for are Woggles and if you're playing Trophy Hunter.
Yep, 100%. And I was able to live the dream where I had an upgraded version of her, so she will give characters of her level, and I put a Baba Yaga behind her. So when my Grimsoul died, I got 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you had an upgraded Baba Yaga with an upgraded Grimsoul with an upgraded Ogre Princess, that's 12. Yeah. You would proc 12 levels. Dude, or 12 cards.
I got 4 level 6s, and that was already just disgusting.
Yeah.
It was funny is,
now if you really wanted to play it, you could put them both on the front line, both behind the Baba Yaga, and you could proc 24.
So I actually have a question for you. Does that mean Grimsoul triggers Baba Yaga triggers the Grimsoul double activation?
Oh, that's right. It's not. It only does it on. I'm thinking Trophy Hunter.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm thinking Trophy Hunter. But yeah, if you do put a Mermaid Princess behind the Grimsoul,
then it would.
I don't know. It wouldn't proc that. That's till the last breath, and it would proc the.
But yeah, man, I had that upgraded one, and I had no direction. Right, it was a hot.
Could you imagine that though with Grimsoul, Ogre Princess, Baba Yaga on Trophy Hunter?
Yeah, that actually sounds disgusting. I feel like, how did you get 12 upgraded units in one turn? Could you imagine that board too? It's like a hodgepodge of like, here's the upgraded Pumpkin King, upgraded Animal, like, good boy. No synergy, just...
Yeah, I mean, if I play Trophy Hunter and can't find my Friendly Spirit, this may be the card to play. Especially at 6, this may be the card to play until you can hit your Friendly Spirit.
Yeah, because it was funny is in the game that I played her, like I didn't have any direction, and then I got 4 level 6s, and 2 of them were Animal Companions or the Bear Signs, and I was like, okay, like now, and one was an Oni King, and I had 1 Slay thing, so I put the Oni King in because it was still stronger. Moved my assassin to turn to 1, and then had animals in the first 3 slots. And I was like, I had nothing going for me, and this card actually gave me a direction. So,
that's good.
I think only behind Slay, though. I think only behind Grimsoul. Early support.
Yeah, because I could see it. I could see you using this on Sad Drac if you don't hit a Shadow Assassin to put this in your first slot.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's going to grow huge really fast.
Yeah, and then it's 3, 6, 9, and then now at least you're accruing value every turn.
Yeah. So it could be an alternate for that. I still think Shadow Assassin is by far.
Yeah, I saw your Discord game earlier. That was gross.
What was even more gross about it is that I got down to 2 HP with 7 people still left in the game, and won every round after that. We can talk about Sad Drac after we get down to that, because I do have some thoughts on it after playing it.
Alright. Then they put Mixawizzle back in, except now you only transform 1 character, and it's 1 level higher than whatever your hero is. So.
Yeah. I saw it in a game today. I didn't buy it.
Yeah, same. Same. I could see having a spot, right? Like, I'm super weak. I need to play
Yeah,
something.
I think it is a desperation spell where I'm gonna die here. I know it. Let me just throw this in here and hope I turn this 2 card that I'm still playing, even though I'm level 5, into a 6.
Yeah. Yep. So, we'll see. I don't. It's obviously not nearly as quote unquote broken, which I didn't even feel it was that broken in its old state, but I guess I was wrong in that. They added some treasures. I have not gotten any of these treasures. I've seen other people with them, but I have not gotten any.
I saw one of them earlier today. I didn't take it because
saw
it
this
didn't
one.
go with drag.
Yeah, Noble Steed. Your questing characters have +1/+1 and reward treasures 1 level higher. So this is what's interesting about this card is I think of something like Questing Princess, and that +1/+1 probably is not really going to help her that much. But then I think of the really, really good ones, like Cinderella. But most of the chances you're proccing Cinderella on, like, to find the Noble Steed.
Yeah.
So the one that really comes to mind is Hercules, though. Being able to do this,
hit a 7 off a hurt.
Yeah, and it makes endgame trees viable.
Yeah, I do think that's the big part of this is that the treasure is 1 level higher. That +1/+1 doesn't matter, though. I do think it can help Brave Princess a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's better than nothing, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of level 2 treasures where you just don't care. Like,
yeah, but a lot of times when I'm playing Brave Princess, and the only reason I'm wanting to proc it is to hit Hat Ball, so I don't want that upgraded treasure.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. I'll definitely play with it some, but and then a 4 treasure, 6 of shields. Your characters have +3 health. This seems very expensive for a 4-drop treasure.
It's just the flip side of
Ring of Rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not. What build are you playing with where you're relying on health, really?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Like,
the only thing, dwarves maybe.
Yeah.
But
even then,
yeah, it could run as a good 4th or good 3rd treasure for dwarves.
Yeah.
And dwarves don't have a great 3rd treasure.
True.
You know,
they have the Dwarven Mine
and Dwarven Forge.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I could see that. And then a lot of times they'll run Tree of Life or something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not something I'm gonna play a lot of, but
nope.
I mean, if I hit something else that's just terrible, maybe.
Yeah. And then we have Moonsong Horn. Your characters have +1/+1, and your spells cost 1 less.
Yeah, this is
mini. It's what, the 3-drop treasure and the 2-drop treasure combined.
For a 4-drop treasure. Yeah,
it's not bad. I feel like.
Oh, Merlin's hat is 2 cost less, right?
Yeah,
spells
it's
cost
2
2
less. So it's half that one.
I don't know if there's anything left.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a mini Merlin's hat with a buff. Maybe if you're trying to hit Hat Ball and you get desperate and you end up hitting this instead of Hat.
What? My first thought was Aeon Ball.
Yeah.
Because Aeon by itself only gives 1, right? So at least now this will essentially, as long as you're on Slays, you have Hat Ball.
Yeah, this was the one I saw today when I was playing on Drac, and I was like, this doesn't help me.
Yeah, I can't think of a reason why you would run this on Sad Drac. But yeah, it could be interesting. We'll find out. And then this one is actually really interesting. The arc is at 6, and your starting characters have +12/+12 if you have a character for each level. Alright, so if all your characters having +12/+12 on 7 slots is 7 times 12 is 84. Is that worth having to play a 2, a 3, and a 4 in the end?
Well, your 2 you're most likely playing is Sure Shot.
Okay.
So
I
your
see that.
2 is easy there. No
Alright.
one's going to argue with playing a sure shot at endgame. It's
Alright.
got a place.
So then what about your 3? You thinking Dark Road Creeper or something like that?
You could play Dark Road Creeper, or if you're in a Prince-Princess build, you can go Romeo Juliet, and there's your 3-4.
Oh, nice. Yep, and +12/+12 will actually count too for Juliet when she dies and comes back again.
Then your 5, you can put Lance in at 5. That'll make it an easy proc on him.
Yeah.
And then 6, you've got Herc, Good Boy. Echo Wood is going to get really huge here.
Yeah, so does Echo see all the changes of, hey, all these characters got +12/+12?
Yeah, that's a good question of whether or not this happens on board or if it happens at the start of the brawl. I would need to see how this plays.
Yeah.
Because if it happens on board, then Echo's probably not your best play here. Good Boy probably is.
Now, you can't play a game and assume that you're going to get there. So what does your board look like when you pick up the arc, right? Like, is this something that you see and then you're like, shit, I make it work?
I think this is a Miri treasure.
Oh, that makes sense. Based off, too, all the stuff that you were saying you may already have. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And can you imagine adding another +12/+12 to a Miri comp already?
Yeah, it's actually pretty broken. Holy shit. Yeah, no, that's good. I want to see it done, right? I want to get a chance to do it. But yeah, you got to a good point. I think you're right. I think this is Mary Treasure. Alright, let's take a look at Pandora's Box. After 2 brawls, this transformed into random level 7 treasure. Hey, man. Random level 7. I thought this was going to give you a choice.
Yeah, it is random. Though this does go back to the last time we were complaining about them moving round table. And one of our biggest complaints was there needed to be other ways to get level 7s because it was just too hard.
Yep. Well,
this does add another way, so they do address that here, even though it is just random.
Yep.
You've got a shot here now. I did play against somebody today that had this.
Oh, really?
And it was on 1, so right after the round, they were going to get a 7. I killed them.
You're a bad man.
They had like 12 health or something like that, and I did like 20 damage to them.
Jesus. Oh my god. That's gross. Alright, well, we'll see if that someone actually gets to live long enough to use that one.
Yep.
And then Black Prism, when you cast a spell directly on one of your characters, cast it on all of them. Hat Ball's new best friend.
Yeah, Hat Ball with Prism, and can you imagine playing that on Potion Master?
Oh my god. Dude, that's sick. I love the notes for this. Almost cut this one for being too much fun. Decided to ship it.
Yeah. I know this is going to be really broken with Hat Ball.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be hard to hit.
Yes. I don't think this is going to be... This is going to be something where, sure, if you can make this work and it already exists in build, then, you know, you're going to be fine. But
yeah.
It's not going to be your plan A that's going to just crush every lobby.
Yeah. This isn't like Hat Ball where you can just rely on farming level 6 treasures until you get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one shot at this, maybe.
You know the thing that sucks, is that I really wanted to play this in pants, but the only way to get this is to get a Pandora's box from your
mouse.
Treasure Mouse. Yeah.
Yeah, Treasure Mouse. That's pretty much.
And then hope after 2 brawls that it gives you only this one instead of all the other ones.
Yeah, so you've got to hit the Pandora's box off of the Treasure Mouse combo. So you're looking at, what, a 3 in 10 chance there? Something like that.
Yeah, not to mention that if warding just shows up, that's always the correct choice anyway.
Yeah. And then you hit 1 in 8 chance of turning it into Black Prism. It's like,
But you know, I'm still gonna try for it because that is the meme worthy of almost all meme worthy. So, all right, let's go into the card changes. Spear of Achilles. Hey, they made it a little stronger. It gives +7/+7 instead of +5/+5.
yeah, this is a card that it's not my first choice on like Sadrak games, but this is one that if it shows up and I have an open slot, I'll take it because this pairs really well with Oni King.
I can see that.
But so you're adding, if you have an Oni King, you're adding +10/+10. So now you're gonna be adding +17/+17. If the Oni King's upgrade is gonna be +27/+27. So
Yeah, and that's not a joke.
yeah, and yeah, if you're running Echo in the back line,
You'll see every single one of those procs.
yeah, she's getting huge really fast, and especially if you've got Oni King with Harvest Moon and a Shadow Assassin first, that's +24 +20, no, plus 54 +54.
Jesus. You've already lived that dream. But yeah, no, it's glad to see the Spear of Achilles getting a little bump. I don't know if this moves that really up in my estimates too much, but
No, I don't think it's ever. This is not going to make me take it over anything I wasn't taking it over anyway.
yeah. But still, cool. It does feel a little stronger now, and I think it should as a level 6 treasure. So the big news, they moved Magic Sword now to a level 7 treasure.
Yeah, I think we had a discussion about this, and I don't know if it was on the podcast or it was just me and you talking, but the argument they made for moving Roundtable to level 7,
Yep.
and it's like, you can't make that argument and not move Magic Sword to level 7.
Yep, and here we are. Make us game devs.
Yeah.
+100, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I will say though, and maybe I'm wrong, and I've the 2 games I've played since the patch I've enjoyed, and I gotta be real, I haven't been big on the meta up until now, so it is probably like my least favorite, but I also kind of feel like moving this stuff to 7, I miss trees. Like, I didn't mind this being here with trees. It seems like instead of being powerful,
we're back.
We're just moving everything away, and everything's gonna be bland.
Yeah, we're back to now. End-game comps require level 7 treasures, so now we need more ways to get level 7 treasures.
Yeah, which seems weird. Right, because now I feel like instead what's going to happen is most games are just going to end before an end game comp is even really continued.
Yeah, and I do think this is going to make these specialist heroes like Sadrak, like your trophy hunters that aren't requiring on these end game things, they're just going to be stronger.
Yeah, you're right, because they're going to actually have time to set up and do the things that they're doing anyway in scaling.
Yeah.
I need to get better with Sadrax when I'm learning.
I got your help here.
No, yeah, I'm not kidding, man. I might actually, next time I queue into Sadrak, I might be just like, dude, Discord with me, because...
Yeah, Sadrak and Trophy Hunter are my 2, man. I got the strats for those 2.
Yeah, man, I need them, because I never know what to do with them. So Pied Piper though, now it shop spells an extra animal, and it will have +1/+1.
Still not playing him.
Nope. All right, let's move on. Wombat's in this.
I mean, he's an animal comp, but he's still, even with this, still the 4th best animal comp hero. Even with adding that.
It's true.
And that's bad when you're below Geppetto. I mean, come on.
That's so true. Oh my god. Oh, Pied Piper rip. So, I saw this one with Wombat in Disguise, and I'm surprised. I thought Wombat was pretty strong. And now
Yeah,
they
I did
decided
too. But
that they needed
yeah,
to add +4/+4 to whatever pops out of it.
yeah, I don't hate this change
No, I
because
don't either.
nothing felt worse than hitting an Ashwood Elm off of
Yeah,
this.
0-20. I bet you that's why they did it. So this
Yeah,
way, even
well, that's what it says in the. If you
oh, I
look at the
didn't read
very
it.
first line, it summoned a 0 attack character.
Yeah,
Old
'cause
version would.
at least now 4/24, right?
Yeah,
Who cares?
yeah, I don't hate this at all.
None.
And yeah, it had gotten to it. I mean, I would play it. It wasn't like my first choice of fives, mostly
Yeah.
because of what I play. I don't play anything that this works with, but
Yeah.
A lot more playable now, I think.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. I know a lot of people love wombats. I
do.
think you love
Yeah,
it, so.
I don't like just grab it on 5. A lot of times if I don't have a direction, I'm like, sweet, this will probably help me stay alive long enough to find my direction.
Yeah, that's my problem is if I don't have a direction by the point I'm getting this, I'm dead anyway.
That might be our differences in playstyle, is that you look for direction in the early and mid game, and I'm okay to be a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Just different shit, and then
yeah, and I
up.
do think it is a difference in our playstyle now because I'm not playing for wins. At this point, I'm playing for top 4s. So putting a mid game comp together for me is more important right now. If I can transition that into an end game, then great. But
no,
just surviving mid game is all I'm trying to do at the moment.
Yeah, and for top 4, I feel like that's the only thing that matters in ranking in this game anyway. Doesn't matter if you win the lobby, just don't finish last.
Yep.
Yeah. In 4. So shoulder fairies, I'm excited about this change. So they bumped her down to 5.
Yeah.
At 6, I agree. She didn't really seem powerful enough for 6. But there were some comps at 6 where I would be like, I need to do something, right? And I have a good and an evil unit.
Yeah.
And she pulled her weight. Her with Echo, too, is kind of insane.
Yeah. I saw this change yesterday because I read the patch notes last night. And I was like, this isn't going to make me play her anymore. First game today I play. If you look at my board, I've got an upgraded shoulders fairies in it.
I didn't look at your board, but now I want to. Yep. Third slot.
And
everybody else can.
And then I got to thinking, as like, this is not a bad character to play on Drac, because an upgraded shoulder fairies first off is getting 500 attack straight from my assassin. So that's a 500 wall that even if it doesn't get to attack, that something's gonna run into.
Yeah, it's gonna kill whatever, right?
Yeah, and then I have an Echo on the back line who's getting that 500 attack as well. So just by playing shoulder fairies, suddenly I've got 2 cards that are 500 attack.
Yo, that board looks gross. Now that I'm actually looking at it, yeah, doing the math.
Yeah, and I mean I have the Mermaid Princess with the Baba Yagas
to give both of those slay.
So, yeah, my entire board, that board was built around the Shadow Assassin, and then putting huge things for them to just run into and die.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Damn.
Yeah. The guy I played in the finals did quit, by the way. I didn't beat him. He just surrendered. This is a guy that had 20-some health, and I had 2 when we went into the finals.
Yeah. Yo, homeboy said I got more important shit to do with my time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he had 21 health, and I did 20 damage to him in the first round. So, man. Second round was going to be, I had 2 health, he had 1 health. It's like, when you give up 20 health and damage in a finals.
Yeah, you're not winning that one, homie. There's no amount of spell and, fuckery you can manage to get. God. So yeah, I'm excited about that change. It seems like it's secretly a sad Drac card.
Yeah, and it's good for Sad Drac too because it's a level 5, and as you know, level 5 treasures are what you're shooting for Sad Drac. So, might as well buy it.
Damn. And Novella is finally getting the nerf she needs. I don't think it's going to be enough to actually harm her, though. So now her evil characters will have +1 attack only for each of the animals that died.
I don't think this is going to keep her from
dominating.
Or this is not going to make her lose anymore.
Yep.
You may find a handful more draws out of her.
Yep. Well, most of the time, what you were doing is you were taking like shadow assassins or ranged minions in front of your animal, so it didn't really matter that they got the health, right? Because
yeah, I think I showed you a game that I won on Avella a while back that had a 1/1 a shadow assassin in the back line, and you're like, why are you playing an unupgraded shadow assassin? And I was like, because after everything procced, it was like 70-70. It's like,
yep. Yeah, and now it'll be a 71. But yeah, yeah. So it probably is a better nerf for her, because she was kind of like, if you faced the Vela between turn 4 and like 10, you're just like, well, I guess I lose.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still think that happens, but maybe there's more of a chance that you don't.
Maybe.
Maybe. Time will tell. Actually, I didn't see any Avellas in my lobby, so.
I don't think I did either.
Lordy got a change to also include Princess White, which would be good, but they deceive you
because they nerf Princess White.
Because I do agree with this.
Like, when I first saw this, I was like, this is a great change. This makes Princess White be more playable than Echo. Never mind.
Yeah, because then you look here, and now Princess White only gives +1/+1 for each dwarf you bought. And that's it. So, I'm not going to spend my turns buying dwarfs to grow my.
And then you have to buy 7 of them even to upgrade her to the point where she starts getting +2/+2. So you're already 7 dwarfs deep by the time you're even getting the extra bonus.
Yeah, and I love they're like, this quest is much more fun in level 3. I'm like, man, no one's gonna play this anymore. You just killed it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in adding it to the Lordy at this point. I mean, I understand if you want to change it because your argument is that Princess White is growing too fast. Because, I mean, I have seen places where you're at level 5 and you've got Princess Whites that are 100.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could understand, I'm not saying I agree, but I could understand that argument. But why make the change to Lordy now? Because you're not keeping her in here.
No. I played Dwarf Comp in my second game. I didn't really have a good direction, and I had Lordy. I didn't have this one, and I probably will never have this one in my Dwarf Comps. My Dwarf Comps are going to be back to Lordy's plus Trifleys plus Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably, if I'm heavy dwarves early, say for instance I get 2 fannies and a tiny turn 1, and I just start dwarves. Yeah, start dwarves first round, then yeah, I may buy Princess White at level 3. I'm not gonna buy it at 4 or something like that anymore.
No, yeah. Copycat change. It went from a 4/4 to a 2/12.
I don't hate this.
No, I don't either. Because there's.
I mean, I'm still playing it.
No. Well, only time I'm playing this card is when I'm trying to be Mimi anyway. Like, when I'm.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got 2 last breaths. Let's see if I can stick my good boys in the last slot.
Yeah, the only time I've ever played Copycat is I got really meme, if you will, with Friendly Spirits and Puff Puffs on Trophy Hunter.
Oh god, that sounds fun.
And I had like 2 fully upgraded Copycats. So yeah, I didn't win the game because it's still not the best way to do a Trophy Hunter comp.
No, it's not.
But I'm pretty sure that was on my ult too, so.
So nothing really lost there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Copycat will get played probably as much as it normally does, but
at least now it's playable if I hit it on a woggle. Whereas before it was insta-sale.
Sold.
Yeah.
Alright, +1 gold. Alright, Fallen Angel now does what it's supposed to do. So now if you trigger a black cat and you only had 2 minions, it doesn't give everything +2. It looks at the start of your board, sees if you meet the requirements, and will give it to you that way, and it will not trigger independently.
So is this a change or a bug fix?
Bug fix, according to the dev stream I watched, is that's how they wanted it to play out.
Yeah, and that's what I imagine. It's just weird that they put it here instead of in the bug fixes.
True. Or maybe it wasn't a bug fix. Maybe, they did talk and they're like, nah, I feel like it should not do that. But either way. Ring of Rage now gives +3 attacks to everything.
Yep. This goes more in line with the new treasure that they just put in for +3 to health on everything.
Yeah,
so.
But I'd argue that +3 attack is still a lot more important.
I wouldn't disagree with you, but if you're gonna do one, you might as well do the other.
True. Soltech is now a level 4.
Yeah, I don't hate this change.
No.
It makes mid-game trees a little more playable.
Especially if
you can get
I
a
will play Heartwood Elder behind a Soltech.
Yeah, I actually saw the Soltech today on the Sadrak game, and I was like, should I?
Put it in the first slot. Just so you can get it some attack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, I had Baba Yagas and Mermaid Princesses, and then that board I also had the treasure that gives you +2/+1 for a slay. So I was like, I can get attack on this real fast. But yeah, no, I didn't end up buying it.
Oh man, but you could have lived that
it's like
ancient dream.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how many times that you play Sadrak and play Slay, and then somebody snipes your Baba Yaga with a spell.
Oh,
it's like
that's so sad.
So Soltech actually, this is another good 4 for Trophy Hunter now, because Trophy Hunter has a real bad problem about people getting sniped.
Yeah.
So to be able to save them, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't hate this change at all.
Yeah. Right.
I am surprised though they did decrease it and didn't decrease its health.
Yes, keeping it 20 seems like a lot, but yeah, I like it. We'll see. Give your characters +2 attack this brawl. Now gives +3 attack this brawl for Ride of the Valkyries. I will play it just as often as I did before.
Yep, pretty much the same.
Which was almost never.
When I hit it on a magic scroll.
Yeah. Sweet. Morgan's templated words have been changed to do what she's actually supposed to do. It just makes it.
Have you ever landed on 20 and not got the treasure?
No.
So frustrating.
I have not.
Because before she didn't give the treasure if you were on 20, you did have to drop below it. So this is actually a change.
Oh, okay. So 20 or 5. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, landing on 20 didn't give you the treasure. Now it will.
Man. Well, that's good. And then we have a Fairy Godmother change. So instead of being a 3/3 and giving everything 3 health when a good character dies, it's a 4/4, but only gives 2 health. And they did it because I believe they thought that it was too good in the mid game. I don't think that stops it from being too good in the mid game.
No.
Like, when I ever had a Godmother comp that I was like, okay, I'm good and this is strong. Like, I still had like 4 minions in my backline, or like 4 minions up when the battle ended. I never was like, oh man, if I didn't have that +1 life.
I have had a few games where I've gotten it down to just 1 minion in the backline and they survived with like 3 health.
Oh, well, this would matter.
I would have won those had this been in place.
Gotcha. But she'll be a 4/4 though.
Yep.
And this next one is long overdue. Wild Growth has been cut.
Yep.
Needless to say, you moved it from 2 to 4.
And no one played it.
No one played it.
Yeah. I think it was dumb to move it from 2 to 4 to begin with.
Yep, I think they should have cut it at 2 if they were going to move it.
Yeah, and I don't even think it needed cutting.
No, it was one hero that was so marginalized to abuse that.
Yeah.
And let the hero have it, because Celestial Tiger ain't doing anything else.
Yeah.
God. Poor Tiger. Anyway.
Hey, that does go back to the level 2 treasure that gives +1/+1 to heroes and gives them 1 treasure higher.
Oh, hey!
On Celestial Tiger, give them +2/+2 with 2 levels higher?
Yeah, it should read like that, right? So that means your quest things are giving you a 5?
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. Nutcracker
You can hit a Nutcracker at 6. Yeah. Lancelot's giving you a 7.
Hercules is giving you an 8. But either way, yeah. Honestly, you almost make me want to try Tiger.
You can play Tiger and you're not going to hit that treasure.
Of course. I'll hit everything else. Snow Angel. So she used to be every 3 good characters you get a random. Every time you buy 3 good characters, you get a random good. Now that random good will have +1/+1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure she needed the buff. I thought she was pretty strong to start with, but
she was okay.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't at the top tier of my list, but she wasn't anyone that I would pass over.
No, she wasn't at the bottom either. I agree. So, sure, I'll take it. I don't think it's enough to break her or, make her overpowered, so sure. I don't think she needed it, though. I'm right there with you. And then, what do they keep doing to Good Boy?
Yeah. I don't understand this nerf.
After taking out Magic Sword, honestly, you should have moved it back up to a 6/6.
Yeah. I think they saw Good Boy as being way overplayed, and they're like, alright, we gotta nerf it. And then they were like, oh, Magic Sword's getting way overplayed, let's nerf it. But they didn't put it together as like, Good Boy is being used with Magic Sword, you only need to nerf one of the 2.
Yeah, I don't even know if I play this in an overall good comp anymore.
No. I saw a guy today that had...
plus 12 is not enough.
Yeah, I had a guy today that had like 4 Good Boys on his line, and I just ran through him. It's like...
Yeah, I think this without Magic Sword as a direction is just... I don't know. I think you were better off increasing him, not decreasing him. But
yeah.
I guess we'll find out. And then Sadrak. They stopped giving health because of the 0 attack strategy that people were using, where they would put archers in the first line. Everything else was a 0-15. It doesn't stop you from slaying out with them, though.
No, it does not. Yeah, so... I never use the 0 attack strategy that they're talking about or whatever.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I mean, the way I play Sadrak and the way anybody should be playing Sadrak now in its current iteration is your Shadow Assassin is in slot 1.
Yep.
Because when it gets a kill, it's going to buff itself with a slay, and then it's going to buff itself because it was a slay.
Yep.
So you're still getting a +4/+1 here.
Yeah.
I will say I did notice today that the Shadow Assassin was a glass cannon early game. So I did lose a lot of early game rounds because it was getting hit and only getting 1 kill.
Yep.
So I did lose a lot of health, and as I told you, I got down to 2 health real early. But then once you start getting health on it, because there are other ways to get health on stuff. Yeah. You've got the treasure that gives the +2/+1. You've got Mermaid Princess that gives +1/+1. I put all of that onto my assassin, and so as you can see on that screenshot, that assassin was what, 250, 180 or something like?
186. Right?
Yeah, it's like, so even with the +0 to health, I still grew 185 health on that Shadow Assassin.
Yep.
There are ways to do it.
There are.
Yeah, this just, I think the change makes it. I think it adds more skill to Sadrak a little bit. You've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
which my argument is you should know what you're doing if you're playing Sadrak anyway. This is not a hero that anybody should just be able to pick up and play. This is a very specialized hero.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. And there's a reason why when I pick it up, most of the time it's very menial, because I don't have a lot of game time with them. So it's a lot of middling finishes. But yeah, I'm glad that +1 health didn't hurt him too much.
Yeah. Like I said, you do have to learn to hang on there at the beginning, because you are going to lose rounds.
Yeah.
But once it starts getting off, once you get to 4 and you can start picking up those mermaid princesses.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot like Trophy Hunter. You gotta survive to 4.
God, why do all your favorite characters have to survive to 4?
Well, see, the thing is yeah, you have to survive to 4, but then once I hit 4, my in-game comp is already kicked off. Whereas most other ones are kicking theirs off at 6.
Sure. Shrivel will now correctly reduce the health of damaged characters. This comes up often when it's cast off a monster book. Cool.
Sounds like another bug.
Yep.
I don't know exactly.
It was all a dream when we'll choose hero option completely random, so it won't preserve hero select slot order. That means free heroes won't always show up in slot 1, and new heroes won't always show up in slot 4. It will still not hit the heroes that other players have. Cool. I didn't even realize it did that.
I didn't either. That makes sense.
Yeah, they just reuse whatever function that they do in the beginning of the game. They're like, oh, wait a minute. So the bug fixes, same character slot can only attack, the same character slot can only attack 5 times in a row. We added this to prevent some infinite loops from going truly infinite. Nice.
I'm not sure how that happened or what.
Yeah. Interesting. Wonder why.
What happens when you get down to something with a 0, 1000 tree and something that's only got 1 attack? If it can only attack 5 times in a row?
Yeah, what happens if you get something stupid like me one day that makes
Does it call it a draw?
Yeah, it would have to, right? And I guess be tied. Interesting. Yeah, I wish I'd understood more of that. So now, Wonder Waddle now upgrades a Lonely Prince and a Frog Prince without needing to transform the other one. Okay.
Yeah, this is one where I don't think this is a bug fix. I think this is a feature change, and they put it in bug fixes, whereas they put bug fixes up in the features earlier.
Yeah. Yep. We now properly handle tripling when you end up with 4+ copies of a character, such as from casting multiple kidnaps. Okay. Sir Galahad no longer triggers again the next round when you time out of a treasure choice. I didn't know that. Could have been abusing that.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad bug.
When Polywoggle slays and survives, it will no longer lose out on any other bonuses from slaying, such as Sad Dracula's buff. Huh. Charon and Coin and Charon no longer waste their buff on level 1 characters. That's good.
Yeah, that was annoying.
I can imagine. Statue.
Yeah, get your Charon stuff. And
God. Kidnapping Gloves of Stealing will no longer steal level 1 characters. Oh, that's good too. Now
well,
I can
there
actually
goes
play that with Medusa.
Yeah, but there goes their plan for adding a level 1 treasure for tripling a statue.
True. Man, Mordred will
Once again, not a bug fix. It's a feature.
True. Mordred will now always put the newly summoned character in the same spot the first character died. Okay.
Probably also not a bug fix, but probably the way it should be handled.
Yeah. And Summoning Portal now works with Mordred summons.
That might be a bug fix.
It's not bad. 2 out of 80. Either way, tournaments this weekend. I hope to do better than I did last time, but with the amount I've played, and I don't expect great results, but we will see.
Need that sad Drac tutorial before then.
Yeah, probably, man. I'm just gonna hit you up later.
I do think he is one of the stronger heroes right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you've actually all the heroes that don't need endgame comps for scaling. I think you hit the nail on the head. Characters that just scale by themselves, doing the things that they do, are going to be better now.
Yep.
And Sadrak being one of the best. I think the other one, Trophy Hunter, might, if it can survive, this might be its time too.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'm ready to roll here. This is my chance.
Yeah, you can become a pro. So, I definitely, since obviously we're playing a lot of New World, I definitely wanted to bring this up just to talk about for a little bit. We won't spend too much time, because I'm still enjoying it, but there's some stuff that's frustrating. Right now, I've really grown. I hate having the board system tell me I need to upgrade like Weirdwood, and then I can't do it in the city that I'm in, so I have to use Azoth or travel to go up there. Like, it's just a tediousness now, and then all of our stuff's constantly getting knocked back down.
Yeah. We're in that weird stage on our server where we're late game or mid game. Yeah, I would say late game-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our cities are still mid early game. So we've out-leveled our cities.
Yeah.
I think the most frustrating part for me has been the fact that the other night they were saying that they were going to take upgrades slow because they didn't have the money to do it. And then last night they go and try to start a war to take another territory. I'm like, you can't even afford the 2 territories that you have. Why are you trying to take a third one?
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly feel like I don't know. I almost do want to contact Odin's Will and just be like, dude, just give me your territory. Like, let Green or somebody take it, and then we'll just take it back and just give it to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Making money and actually, like, I'm good at that. I can run the economy.
Yeah, and there's no excuse either, because as a governor, I don't know if you can do this, but as a governor, I know I can go up and look at the governor's table, and I can see the taxes they bring in.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I can see the actual amount of taxes that they bring in. It's like,
so what are you using your money on, dog? If not to upgrade, like, that money that's going in from your taxes should be going back into upgrading that city. It should not be going to your pockets or to go to your officers or you know.
And then their excuse of, oh, we don't want to, or we can't afford to do some of these upgrades right now. And I look at the board, and there are some upgrades that cost 100 gold.
That is it, dog.
It's like, I don't care if another city has that. And it's like, first off, about 50% of the reason I want you doing upgrades is not because I want the upgrade. It's because I want the missions on that board.
Yes, 100%. I do thinking that it might be time to get to, well, I want to hit 60 first, but get to that PvP part and get enough of our people involved, even on the PvP quest, right? So we can actually declare war, take over a settlement, and just kind of do things ourselves. Because I do feel like a lot of these people are I'm not saying I'm smarter than they are, but are just stupid.
Yeah. And I do think it wouldn't even take that much, because somebody declared war on First Light today on a faction I've never even heard of, because they did it so early in the morning when no one was on.
Yep.
We would literally only need to take all of us to stay up real late one night, and at like 3 a.m.
Yep.
just grind out PvP quests.
Yeah. I mean, I've already got the 15,000 gold that we need to.
Yeah, but I do think we need to be 60 for that, because we've gotten to the point that yellow can't beat purple. We can't take a territory from them right now, just because they have numbers, and numbers means more 60s.
Yeah, makes sense.
So once I think we have an even number of 60s, I think it falls back towards yellow. I do think yellow is a little more talented than purple as a whole.
Yeah.
But
on our server.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I guess it goes back though. That it just get to level 60. I'll just grind through the pain. But overall, it's still fun.
Yeah. Right now, I'm not paying too much attention to PvP. I'm just like, let me do my own thing. And I just completely ignore them.
Yep, sounds about right. And we'll end up on a good reminder note that Critical Role Campaign 3 is kicking off this Thursday. Should be exciting. Knowing me, I probably won't be able to watch it live.
Yeah, I probably won't either because of their streaming schedule.
Yep.
I will watch the first hour and a half.
Yep. And then
Simply
after that,
just to watch the new character reveals.
yeah.
Because that's really the thing I'm most excited about. And I am gonna say, if anybody that has watched like the first campaign and Exandria Unlimited, they touched briefly on it in the first campaign, the fact that Gilmore was a rune child.
Yeah.
And then it came back into prominence in Exandria Unlimited.
Yep.
I am expecting one of them to play a rune child. Especially because in Tasha's Cauldron and everything, there is a rune knight.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm expecting somebody to play that. Maybe Liam. I could see him playing that.
Yeah. You're right, though. It should be very interesting to find out, because they always dive in deep, and you can never really peg, like, oh, this person's always going to play like this, right?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm really excited to see. Just of where they go different.
Yeah, and then we can probably do an episode 1 recap. Hopefully we've both seen it by next Monday.
Oh, well, it won't be up the VOD won't be up till like 3, so.
No, that's true. I forget
Probably
how
not.
they do things. Man, you think they'd be mad if I recorded their their VOD like through my Streamlabs and then just sent it to you to watch?
Right.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna have to wrap here. So
sounds good. This is good enough. I hope everyone enjoys their week, and we will catch you back next week. Have a good one.